And it's one of the local runners from Sumatra. It's either Andre or Edwin, we are not really sure. I guess we will find out in a second. Fantastic performance by this youngster. So just like last year, the local runners, they win this race ahead of some established international runners. And the gap was made only in the last 3 kilometers. We just uploaded a video on Instagram showing that as he came out of the trail. Congratulations. Yeah. We are wondering who you are. Are you Edwin or are you Andre? Who's he? Jeffrey. Yeah. Rudy.
Rising Star, I think.
Rising Star.
Yeah.
Do you know who he is already?
Not yet. Let me find out. Erwin Simatupang.
Excuse me. Yeah. Congratulations with your victory. We are actually wondering what your name is. Is it Edwin or?
It's Erwin Simanjunta.
Okay. Erwin?
Erwin Simanjunta.
Okay. Congratulations. You're from Bukit Lawang, from Sumatra?
Siap. Dari Batalion Kavaleri 6 Nagarimata.
Okay. Congratulations. Yeah. So it is Erwin. Erwin Simatupang.
Army, from Army. So I think this one will be the new rising star, especially here in Bukit Lawang.
And also the second place runner, because he should be coming anytime. He's here already now, I think. So, well, he's coming now in any case. Apologies for the a little bit chaotic camera work. I'm by myself here today. So amazing achievement. I think his finishing time will be under 6 hours. And there's indeed a second place. So in the end, the gap is still quite large, considering they were almost still together 3 kilometers before the finish line. So here is number 2, also from Sumatra, also a military person, and a nice jump. Not quite a Kitamura karate kick, but still a nice jump. And we assume that this must be Andre then. These 2 runners, they have a bib, but they are not on the start list that we received. So that's why we don't really know what their name is. The event speaker is here now as well. Caught by surprise. He's a university student, says Rudy. Okay. And his name is?
Moses Sinaga.
Yeah, Andre Moses Sinaga.
Moses Sinaga.
Andre, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir.
You speak some English?
No.
Okay. All right. Salty Sumatra is the. Maybe we will try to get a little interview maybe conducted. Could you do a little interview with the 2 leaders? Yeah. So we try to get to know a little bit more about the number 1 and number 2 as soon as they are recovered a bit, of course. Yes.
Yes, and this is the first finisher from the 50 kilometers race, and we'll be glad to welcome him, because he is the first one that we welcome to be the first finisher that coming back to this area.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's try to hear what they have to say in a moment, maybe. Yeah. So, as we understood from race director Rudy, second place is a university student. So that's a fantastic performance for a young boy, 50k. Second place, only a few minutes behind the race winner from the army. but most importantly, ahead of runners like Chris Timms, Jose Luis Alvarez, and Timo Kilbert. So once again, you see how much talent there actually is in Asia.
Gimana ini tahu acara mungkin Lawang Orang Trail ini dari mana sebelumnya?
Tahun kemarin kan sudah tahu juga.
Ikut juga.
Tapi nggak ikut.
Oh, sudah tahu tapi belum berkesempatan ikut ya. Tahun ini ikutan dan the second finisher ya. Waduh, potensial loh nih. Kita sudah melihat calon-calon bakal juara kedua nih.
Juara ya.
Waduh. Gimana tadi treknya pada saat kesini?
Waduh, treknya maknyus.
Treknya bagus ya.
Ini tadi mulai dari jam 6 ya, jam 6 sampai baru saja hadir di sini. Kira-kira banyak berapa kali istirahat, ada pos-posnya juga nggak?
Sekitar kalau di pos water station itu saya sekitar 1 menit lah.
1 menit
untuk beristirahat bentar, makan semangka atau minum.
Waduh,
Ya.
ini capek banget ya pasti ya.
Iya benar.
Bang, siapa namanya tadi Bang?
Andre.
Bang Andre, boleh kalau misalnya butuh bantuan medis dan juga istirahat sejenak, kami persilakan Bang Andre. Congratulations.
Alright, that was Andre. Let's try to find out what exactly he said. Could you quickly translate in English?
Okay, so he's the second finisher that coming to this arena again. And he take the 50 kilometers, and he just only took one rest only for drink and eat some fruits like watermelon and etc. and only for 1 minute, and then he goes to running to the jungle again, and then he is gonna be the second top for the finisher in the 50 kilometers.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. And in the meantime, race director Rudy told me that also number 3 is already approaching the finish line. So we're keeping an eye on my back as well as we see the top 2 here of the Orang Utan Trail 50 kilometers. That's 500 and 450 points, Asia Trailmaster points in the back. And with this kind of level, they could have a good performance in the ATM final. Of course, they still have to qualify. It's not over yet. This was only the first Indonesian points race. The race winner went deep. That's very clear. All right, and let's pay attention now to the finish line once again to see who completes the podium, 3rd place. I would imagine it's Chris Timms, but we were told about 45 minutes ago that there were 2 Western runners chasing the 2 Sumatra boys. So has Timms been caught by either Timo Kilbert or Jose Luis Alvarez, or did the Australian runner Washington manage to make a comeback because he was dropped before? My guess would be it's Timms and Alvarez because they looked happiest at the kilometer 25 point. Timo looked a little bit in stress actually at that point, but Timo is a fighter and he knows this race. He was here last year, so he knew what was coming. So maybe he just managed his efforts well. Still quiet here. We don't know when exactly they're coming. They were tapping on my shoulder. That's how it goes. In the meantime, so as I was saying, Indonesia trail running is changing a little bit since COVID. I mean, we still have the let's say it's not really older generation, but like the previous generation consisting of Arif Wismoyono, Ruf Teresia, Shindy Patricia. They're still there, especially Shindy Patricia is still very active in Asia Trailmaster. Arif Wismoyono as well. Ruf Teresia came back this year in Lantau 70. But there's a lot of young talent arising in Indonesia, but they have not really been competing in an international context. So hopefully that will change, and these 2 runners here, they get the opportunity, they get maybe some sponsorship, so we can see them again, not only in Sumatra. There's only 1 race in Sumatra, is this one, but also in Java, maybe in Bali Ultra Trail in August, And then, of course, in the Asia Trainmaster Final, which will be held in Indonesia on the 2nd and 3rd of December in Central Java. Karanganyar, Surakarta, Central Java. Siksorogo, Lawu Ultra. And on the basis of the performance today, on this guy Erwin and Andre, they for sure can play a factor in there. At least top 10 would be really a possibility. And that would be good for Indonesia trail running. Very good for Indonesia trail running, in fact. And it's not only these two runners, there's also runners in Kalimantan and in Sulawesi now who have been performing very well on the domestic circuit. And indeed, it is Chris Timms coming into the finish now, and he will be third. So at the end of the day, the gap between the two local boys and Chris Timms remained the same in the jungle. I would have expected, just like last year, that the Sumatran guys would lose a bit of terrain, would slow down, but they didn't today. Chris Timms, congratulations, third place, nice podium.
Thank you, Chris. Tough race, actually, yeah. A race of two halves. Road, really nice, 30k, flat, quick. And then you called it, mate. Get serious about 30k. So elevation, very muddy today after the rain last night, and couldn't descend as well. But the two guys, these guys, wow, so fast, I couldn't keep with them. But awesome race, well done everybody, great job. You should be really proud. What a lovely village you have as well. Well done everybody.
Congrats again, Chris. And yeah, the gap remained the same in the second half, so you're about 8 to 10 minutes behind the two.
I just didn't have that extra bit, particularly I lost a lot of speed going down today. Bad shoe choice, they just packed with mud, and the lugs didn't do me any favours, so yeah, I was sliding everywhere, but credit to these guys, they ran a really good race. So
final quick question, the rafting, how was that?
Mate, the rafting, there's probably some hilarious pictures of me trying to get in the raft, but yeah, that was an adventure. That was an adventure, actually. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you for getting me across safely. Everybody was amazing, all the volunteers are awesome, but yeah, great race. Cooked now.
Thanks a lot, Chris, and congratulations again with your first ATM podium.
It is, yeah, thank you.
Cheers. All right, that was the podium, ladies and gentlemen. I think we will close this broadcast with that. We'll be back with video updates of the next runners, and of course also of the first woman in the race. That should be Vanja Knops, unless something happened, but of course we hope nothing bad happened. But Vanja Knops might be in the finish also within the next half hour, I would imagine. So we'll be back for that live, and in the meantime we'll also keep you updated via our usual channels, ATM Facebook, ATM YouTube, and also on Twitter and Instagram. But on Instagram we don't really